Channel. It is Uncle Makara, all relations. Today we're talking about a very, very important topic once again. And last night I had channeled Hanumanji, and it was an incredible experience. I'm speechless actually at this point to even describe it. You're gonna have to catch the recording. And wow, just thinking about it, just tuning into it and that energy and that understanding, I think it's so powerful once we can tap into these lessons of Bajrang Bali, of Hanumanji, of his prowess, his strength, but also his kind-hearted devotion and compassion and commitment. And it was such a powerful lecture, such a powerful channeled lecture, a masterclass. And it really helped me to discern between what authentic spirituality is and what kind of made up pseudo spirituality is, right? Like trend hopping, okay? And just going from one thing to the next and just buying into all these dogmas and doctrines that the spiritual communities are trying to brainwash you with, right? Instead of actually help you grow, heal, expand, take you further along on this journey than ever before, okay? So let's first and foremost, let's get into this understanding, okay? I notice that when my hair gets longer, it gets curlier, because I have curly genes and also straight genes, okay, in terms of my hair. So, yeah, I'm excited today because I'm going to be speaking about this very specific topic of protecting your mind, okay, mind protection. Imagine your mind is a software and it needs a Norton antivirus. It needs some kind of a thing to protect it, right? So basically, from the initial framework of understanding it from my mentor AZD, which was, it's all in a state of mind, okay? It's all in a state of mind. Everything that you do is from a state of mind. This world is complete mentalism, which means that all is mind. Everything is a reflection of the psyche. Everything that you understand in the thinking, right? So how do you create heaven on earth? You bring the mind and you combine it with the heart. You see, mind is thought, heart is feeling. So once you can merge both together, now we're talking. Now we're in coherence, also known as unity consciousness, okay? And it's just an amazing realization today. And hey there, Kodo. Amazing realization today, how we can protect our minds from all this nonsense, all these different, sad, depressing memes that you guys are consuming, or like very, very, toxic Instagram pages that you guys are a part of. All of this stuff is feeding into your own narrative, feeding into the dogma, feeding into the collective, message of all of that. And honestly, a lot of people who want to segregate themselves and create patterns or labels. Oh, that's beta. Oh, that's red pill. Oh, that's blue pill. Oh, that's... And it's just like pointing fingers at what is not the truth. You know what I mean? So, if you understand where you're coming from, really, right, then you can start to really take this thing over, right? And when you can take this whole thing over, that means that your mind is sharp, it's strong. Okay, it's stronger than whatever you've ever experienced before, because really that's the way that the mind tries to kind of confuse us, bring us away from the present moment, right? Allow us to go into all these different entrances, locations in our mind where we keep storage memories, right? So your mind is going like this, bro. It's going like this: memories, desires, memories, desires, memories, desires, memories, desires. Past, future, past, future, past. Your mind is never still like this. That's why you're like Skigma, Sigma, Rizzy, Skibbity Bibbity, okay? That's most of you guys, okay? Now listen, man. How do I deal with depression? Listen. The word depressed is deep rest. You need deep rest, Bio, from the character that you're choosing to play right now. You're not being your authentic self. You're not being the real you, correct? So you need to find that grit, that gravitas, that energy, that momentum again. And you can only get that through a proper positive inner circle. You gotta search for it within you and bring it out of you, okay? And once you understand how to do that, it's like the rest of the game is just like a domino effect, because once you get to your core belief, and you change that, the rest of your life changes, bro. I'm telling you, I've done it before, and I'll keep doing it, okay? So let's say you have a negative thought, okay? What's the negative thought? I'm not good enough, okay? What does that mean about you, that you're not good enough? It means that, you know, I'm lazy. Okay, why is that so bad? It means that I'm irresponsible. Okay, why is that so bad? Why is that such a bad thing? Oh, it means that, you know, I have to constantly provide for others. Okay, and what does that mean about you? Well, it tells me that I can't provide for myself. Oh, okay, and what does that mean about you? Oh, well, that tells me that I need more self-love. Boom, you're there. Now you know, right? Because you've used that question as a shovel to dig, right? In that acceleration, you know? No, man, my dad wasn't mad that I wasn't a doctor. That's, I think he's a very Zen man. You can speak to him yourself, B, okay? He teaches Vajrayana Buddhism. Okay? A lot of troll messages here, so I'm not responding to that, okay? Do whatever, okay? I see through all of your BS, guys. Like, you know, Yapper 3000, whatever you guys are doing. Good, dude. You, some of you Gen Zers are just lost, man. You're lost souls, and I'm here to help. I'm Uncle Makara. I'm the reincarnation of the Hindu sea monster here in front of you to help you get to where you need to go, and use that as a permission slip. Don't question that. Don't be like, what the? Go with it. Embrace, appreciate, apply. These were 3 things that we needed on our path working as soon as we started it. We needed this. We needed that energy to embrace and get it going, you know? Because oftentimes we'll have something in life, negative happen, and then it starts to stack, right? It starts to go from really negative to more negative to even more, and it starts to stack, right? So it's all about your survival, okay? Your negativity is linked to your survival. If you feel like you aren't safe, you aren't secure, you're constantly going to be in this rabbit hole. You see, the issue with a lot of people is that they associate money with something temporary. Therefore, they're in impermanence constantly with money. They lose money, they get depressed, they get insecure, right? They associate money with the concept of security. So now when they don't have money, they feel insecure. You see what I'm saying? But money, if you associate the idea of money or abundance with something that is eternal, like God, like nature, like the pure awareness or witness that is eternal, that you know you are actually, okay? Thanks you for your knowledge. You're welcome. Your knowledge, okay? I'm the Tai Lopez of the spiritual world. Knowledge, okay? But this is the thing, guys, right? A lot of you guys are like, I wonder how Gary Vee would say this. And then you try to, you know, pummel out content, doing a Gary Vee thing, and you try to pretend to be him, but you're losing your own authenticity, bro. You're losing that aura, right? That aura boost, that glow. A lot of people are trying to glow up, but they can't. I mean, look at me on my channel, old videos, right? Go and see my old videos. Look at how I was, and look at who I am now. So my results speak for myself. I don't need to put it out there and try to, you know, circumnavigate it and manipulate it according to the best ways. Yo, this is vibrational in nature. It doesn't need to be this very specific way that you say it is. I need to have a ClickFunnels actually for my business to start working again. Yeah, right, man. I used to have clients all over Facebook back in the day. Just random live videos, giving value. You guys are not giving enough value. And you gotta come to terms with that. The value that you feel within you, that you know you're here to give a gift to this world. Why haven't you given your gift to this world yet? You keep thinking about it, but until you do it, you won't get the power-ups in the video game of life to actually crush it, actually embody it, make it feel real to you. Right now, it's like I'm pretending to be a confident guy. No, no. The confident you is the real you. You've been faking it this whole time, trying to be shy. Okay? You've been faking it, bro or sis. You know it. Okay? And I'm just here to remind you, come back to your truth. You know you at your OP, right? You know you at your maximum state, your optimal state. How you feel, how you breathe, how you sit, how you walk, how you stand, how you fuck, how you speak, how you eat. Everything changes. Everything changes. Once you're in what? In that flow, in that vajra. And a lot of people, this is the main difference how people can't protect their minds. They can't protect their minds because they're going with the flow instead of being the flow. And this is what this channel's always been about. A lot of people wake up, oh, I'll just go with where the breeze takes me. I'll go with where the wind is blowing. I'll go with whatever is in my heart and mind, I will allow. Okay? But then when you let yourself flow, especially in your mind, it starts to go to random places, right? Little pitfalls, random locations in the mind that don't make sense anymore. My bad, guys. These comments aren't. Hold on. Yeah, let me cook, bro. Let me cook. So, so it goes into random places in the mind, right? It tries to throw us off. Now, if I muscle tested, right? There's many different ways to muscle test. Some people use this way. I like to use that this way. So, and by the way, if you guys have any questions, I can also muscle test real quick, okay? You guys, I'm sick, I got no flow. Fast, bro. No one here? Fast. That's the best way to get out of your sickness. Because you got to stop everything. When things aren't going well, okay? Bro's doing hood yoga. Bali hood yoga. Yeah, let's go. Okay? So, let's tap into this understanding, right, guys? It's not go with the flow. I'm being the flow. I'm not walking on water. I'm walking on the earth as water. Look, yo, this is the difference, man. Like a lot of people, you guys are superimposing it, you know, putting it into the future. My dreams, my dreams, my dreams. Are you going to be a dreamer your whole life or the dreamer that takes action and actually does something about it? Show me. Okay? Show me. Do something about it. Prove it to me. Okay? And that's the energy that I'm looking for. Because a lot of people can say, yeah, I'm just going with the flow, man. The spiritual journey, I'm so lost, you know. I'm just going from this thing to reading a little bit of Muji, and then, yeah, I'll read a little bit of Eckhart. You know, I love Eckhart. But then also, yo, what are you doing with your time? Why are you not creating your own legacy? Your own spiritual empire? Your own conscious evolution, okay? So if I muscle tested, I'm going with the flow. Very weak. Very weak. If I muscle tested, I am the flow. I am the water. I am what Bruce Lee said, empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. I am that. That, it's strong. It's strong. Okay? And that's the major difference. I want you guys to really get this and understand this. You got to protect your mind from all the weird ads you guys are seeing, right? You guys are seeing weird ads. I only used to last, 12 minutes in the bedroom or whatever. Like 3 minutes in the bedroom. And now you need to download this Kegel app. What? What? Why is this on my feet? Get out of here. Right? Someone's trying to sell you some dick pills. Someone's trying to sell you some Botox. Someone's trying to sell you some euthanasia. What are they trying to sell you, bro? Like some kind of random nootropic, okay? We're always trying to look for these escapes. This is an escapist generation, and I know it because I've been an escapist my whole life. I walked in your shoes. I get it. It's so easy to ignore everything and just go into your inner world and be in your own flow state bubble. I get it. Okay? What spirituality does to a mofo, he's right. To him, but the metaphysical is controlled by you, so of course you can gaslight yourself into believing that spirituality is right, in my opinion. A lot of people aren't spiritual. They're doing what spiritual looks like or feels like or they've seen around them. Oh, let me buy some crystals because my friend told me it's the right thing to do. Let me go for the tarot deck. Okay? Yo, I have an oracle deck right here. It doesn't mean I'm attached to it, right? Let's see what this live is going to be about, bro. Honestly, let's tap in. Okay. Green Tara, supreme protection. Cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, trust. That's it. That's it. You just got to trust, okay? You got to trust. I'm hearing her like mantra in my head all of a sudden. Okay, wonderful. Anyway, but yeah, let me tell you that all the products, right, all the things you eat and consume, all the movies and porn that you watch, all the random gunk that's sitting in your subconscious needs to get flushed out, bro. You need to protect this thing like it's a sacred hidden temple. You cannot let in everything. That's why I'm not reading some of these dumbass comments, right? Because that's not meant for my mind space, bro. You can go to some other person and they will accept it. Oh, really? I'm a people pleaser. I guess I'll read every single comment and answer them. No. You got to stay in your own vibe, your own frequency, your own energy, brother. Okay? Allow you to do what needs to be done. Okay? Instead of going with like these little memes that you keep posting and trolling people on different comments, right, on YouTube, you need to start to understand what is the impact of that's having on your life. Okay? Okay? Hey, like this video, bro, then I'm gonna oil up, okay? You guys really want me to oil? Hey, 1,000 likes on this video, I'm oiling up. Let's go, okay? That's the internet. Okay, that's the that's the internet. Someone just liked it. You see what I'm saying? So this is it, bro. Just live life. There's no meaning in it when you have to die. Your brain goes black like a computer shutting down. You don't know that. How do you know that, right? I don't know that. How do you know your brain just shuts down like a computer? Because a lot of people have said that their brain still works like 10 minutes after they're dead, right? And they get these flashes and like this DMT releasing and stuff. Okay? Booyah! Okay, anyway, let's get back to the topic. So, let's go through Tao Te Ching, okay? Let's read this little random section. I'm not going to overthink it. Okay. He who eagerly takes his courage into his own hands will have his life cut off. He who restrains his eagerness will have life like gushing water. Get rid of your neediness, guys. Your desperation. I'm telling you, you guys are too needy. Of these two things, one prepares the ground for cultivation, the other suffocates life itself. Therefore, the sage is highly suspicious and considers this difficult. The way of heaven does not contend, it is good at summoning its strength and standing its ground. Okay, foundation, root, primal. Okay, primordial, the source. Stay in it. Bask in the afterglow of it. Why are you going outside of that? Okay, are you really going over to the side of Satan, my friends? Are you going over to the side of the darkness? Okay, we are in a simulation of Saturn, my friends. You think it's a solar system, it's a soul system. You better wake up. You better wake up. Okay? This is the last person you would expect to be your spiritual guide. I know, but that's why I was put here. I trusted in all the synchronicities, and here I am again. Okay? The way of heaven does not contend, but is good at summoning its strength and standing its ground. It does not speak, but is good at taking what is said to heart and hitting the mark in response. It does not wave you over to visit, but comes of its own accord. It is loose and easy. Okay? It is loose and easy, but mulls over well in silence. Heaven's nets is wonderfully vast and enveloping, though wide-meshed. Nothing slips through. Just sit with that. A lot of us, we're craving creatures. This month is entirely sober, right? The reason why I could channel Hanuman last night. By the way, if you guys want to catch the Hanuman channeling, just either join the Telegram group or you can send me a message on Instagram. If you've never attended a kind of channeling before, if all you're familiar with is Bashar, Abraham Hicks, Seth Speaks, and all this, you know, what is already out there, and you haven't seen somebody actually incorporate this art form through their theatrical background and incorporate it in such a unique way, then you understand that this is a path working that where something very unique is happening, right? Where a lot of us are starting to understand what's happening on the planet. Some of us are lost. Yeah, you know, we're still going to be those weird old starseeds that just keep, you know, trying to help humanity and get treated like a doormat. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that kind of starseed. I want to be the starseed warrior, my friends, the spiritual warrior. What happened to that virility in your spiritual process? What happened to your activation of your own attraction in the spiritual process? Okay? Why are we clustering it and seeing the body as bondage and spirit, you know? Hey, I get it, right? But we can't keep shaming ourselves over and over and over again like that, okay? We understand it all. Like, this is all illusion. Yeah, you can play into 1,000 different spiritual concepts and stories, okay? This thing is not theoretical. It is realizational, as Hanumanji told us last night, okay? It's realizational. You have to get to the point where this journey is revealing things to you. You get it? The theory and the research is cool, and it's okay. That's my background too. As an Indian guy, you gotta have some academics in your system, right? You gotta have that intellectual like capacity at some level, right? But again, am I really just gonna stay there, right? Am I gonna buy into the Indian stereotype and be like every other Indian guy? No. I chose not to. You see, I chose not to. I chose to go the other way, the path that was less traveled. Okay? Didn't Robert Frost say that or something, right? The poet. The path where there is no road. That's where you gotta go. That takes courage, you know? If you can feel it in everything, try sitting down. Feels good, wait a minute. Then you'll shift positions. Why? Because you'll start to hurt. That's life. Yeah. Yeah. But I say, what's the best posture? What's the best movement? The next one. Right? The next one. A lot of people are like concluding things about things, right? That's what people do. That's humanity, right? That person is like this, and I conclude it, full stop. Yo, you didn't even question that? Like, you didn't even give yourself maybe a question mark or a ... You just immediately added the full stop there, right? And that's most people. They're stubborn. They don't want to change. They're coming up with excuses. I'm too old. I'm too old. Yo, I'm 30 years old. Do I look like I'm 30? Bro, I look like I'm 20. Okay? I look like I'm 20. Honestly, like, you guys really need to step it up. Okay? And the way you do it is you protect your mind. I'm telling you. Your mind is constantly being bombarded with sounds, imagery, you know, sensations. But those sensations, you got to understand something, okay? Those sensations, they're Maya, they're illusion, those sensations. You got to be Ganesha, being okay eating the sensations. All right, that's fine. I'm seeing something beautiful. Okay, I'm loving it, but I'm not attached to it, okay? 100% detached, 100% involved. 222 right now for me, the time. Okay, 223 here, but time's a little faster. Okay. So this is what we've got to explore, is who's selling you this negative version of reality? Okay? Who's telling you it has to be like? Who's gaslighting you on your spiritual journey and, like, you know, keeping you stuck? Okay? Are you constantly waiting for the next evolution to happen, the next full moon, in order for you to crush it? Or are you working towards your character vessel as well as your metaphysicality at once, every single day? It's quite simple. Meditate, you know, stretch your body, do yoga, do something physical. The reason why I suggest that you do yoga as well as something more of a push movement, because that's the yin yang, that's the balance, right? If you just go to the gym and you don't stretch your body, you're messed up, because then your brain is just going to be a gym brain. Your gym brain goes, yeah, go, do it, go, right? But the yogi brain goes, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll allow it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what's up, right? You need a combination of both. And that's why a lot of mental health starts with physical health. A lot of people don't know this, guys. Even Jonah Hill's therapist talked about this, okay, in the Netflix show, Stoops. He said that the start of good mental health is good physical health, okay? And I truly believe in that. If you are not looking after your physical health, your mental health will reflect that. That one late night where you binge ate something, where you black out drunk, where you're stuck on the, the same rabbit hole patterns, that's gonna keep bringing you down, right? That's gonna bring your energy down. What's up, Prosper? So you gotta know when that energy's dipping, right? And understand, hey, the sauce is where the dip is, baby. Let's go, let's dip. Okay, bring it up, bring the energy up, okay? Bring the energy up. Okay, hey, Prosper is gonna be like my, what would I say? Like live chat bodyguard or something, like moderator. Cause he's like, he puts people in check. He's not playing around, okay? So, we get it, right? Have you ever had it where you had to protect your spiritual friends? Because they're being like too people pleaser, or they're being too, just shy about things? Did you have to ever step in and save them from some situation where they couldn't be assertive? Okay? That goes to show you something. Now, the biggest thing that makes people's hearts hurt is relationships, right? And what we learned last night is the reason why people get angry. This was from Hanumanji, by the way. Hanumanji had revealed that the reason why we get so angry is because someone crossed our expectations. So if you're ever in a relationship with someone, ask yourself, what do I expect from them? What do I really expect from them? And have them say the same thing. Don't live in this covert contract reality of like, I'm buying them all these gifts and I hope she'll sleep with me. That's most guys, right? Don't do that. Talk about it. You have a mouth, you have a visuddhi, bro. You have a throat chakra that's there to express yourself. Say it. Call out the BS. Okay? Older brother vibe, then dad frame. Okay? You gotta express it. There's something sitting like a lump in the throat or in the back of your heart that's pressurizing you to just say it. Why don't you say it? Because you're afraid of maybe the reactions or what will happen as a byproduct, right? Think about the last time you got angry, okay? Now look underneath that anger. What was the expectation? Yeah, right? It makes sense. So someone who crosses our boundaries, we get angry. But what are our boundaries? How do you express it? How do you say to someone else that, yo, this is the way it is? This is the way I like it, okay? How do you manage, to even be in relationships with individuals where they understand what this relationship means, right? That's why a lot of people, they try to look for certainty because that's one of their core needs. I understand my core need is not certainty, it's variety, okay? There's 6 core needs, by the way, right? But this is like old Tony Robbins stuff, like it's basic stuff, but still, 6 core needs, okay? Either most men crave significance over love and connection. That's what we found, right? Most men just want to feel important. That's it. Ladies, if you just make your man feel important, sometimes he just gets it, right? You'll get the code. To him, love and connection isn't that, right? But then there's like romantic guys. I get it, right? Some guys are just like, hey, I make people mad when I go say it, right? Because they have their own expectations, right, Boricua? You say it, and they have their own expectations of what you said, and then you get attached to what they've said, and then the arguments are the ego argument, power play, who's on top, who's on top. It doesn't matter who's on top. We're both human beings and souls. Let's figure this shit out and move, right? Yeah. Bariqua, I would love to see you in some of our live events, because this is on YouTube, I understand, but try to join the Telegram group. It's just the link in the description. Join the Primal Sutra Telegram group where the channeled master classes will be at. And then I can actually show you, like, that Hanuman tech was so powerful, right? So I can send that over to you, because I see you in these lives, right? And I want you to join the tribe as well, okay? I can play all those parts, but when I choose none, I pull out different pieces of different archetypes. Yeah, but what we learned last night, bro, from Hanumanji, is that each time you have a new identity, that new identity also has its own level of suffering associated with it. You guys get that? So let's say that I'm trying to be a businessman archetype, right? And I'm like going to business, going to work, and every time I go to work, I put on that businessman hat and I do my thing, and, like, you know, I'm playing the role. But then you go back home and you're like, your cat's on your lap or whatever, right? And you're like, wait, am I a businessman or, like, am I James Bond right now? Like, yo, this is merging two worlds, right? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, okay? But what you do is basically you go and you go to, let's say, the grocery store, right? And you practice holding that businessman essence as you're at the grocery store. This is the tech that really, you know what I mean? Like, you need to adjust into the reality more and merge all of your split personalities together into one. That's what I've done, right? I had so many split personalities, bro. The nice guy, the bad boy, the this, the that, the beta, the alpha, okay? Jesus Christ said, I'm the alpha and the omega. I can be any archetype, okay? I'm the highest of the high, lowest of the low. I'm everything and nothing at the same time. Don't get attached. Correct? So we've got to get to that point where we actually blend, right? Blending is the technique, okay? We blend all of these different parts of us so that I'm behaving with my parents the same way that I do with my friends, okay? And with other people, and with relatives, and with, you know, random others. And I know I have some discernment, right? I'm not going to blurt out something vulgar, right, when there's kids around. I understand that. You have to have some kind of sensibility, really, right? That's just being mature, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say negative. That's why I say these videos aren't for kids. You know what I mean? Like, especially small children, they're easily influenced by this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like a straw, like a man telling them this, they're just gonna take it without questioning it. But you as adults, you can question me, you can challenge me, you know? And I'm there to back it up. So that's the energy, you know what I mean? Technique for blending. What I like to do, Prosper, is I like to imagine the two characters that are really fucking with me, like, let's say they're creating a split mind for me. I try to find a third frequency that is a combination of both, right? Or I imagine them hugging and merging into each other. That's the visualization. So sometimes it's even as simple as you merging hemispheres, oftentimes. Because it's like your left brain and right brain will sometimes argue with you too, right? So it's like a very, very powerful thing would be to write out all of your archetypes on a sheet of paper, right? Write out all of them. The versions you are, the versions you've noticed in yourself, the versions you choose to be, prefer to be, okay? Okay, I'm the master chef. Oh yeah, I'm also the pimp, and I'm also that other guy. Yeah, I'm also him. Yeah, okay, write down all of them, and then what you do is you look at ways to overlap them. You get it? So you would be like, wait a minute, the businessman is also kind of like this other entrepreneurial archetype that is next to it. Let me merge those two together, color code it. Then I see that, okay, a part of me wants to be like this really shy, like introvert, and then there's a part of me that wants to be super extroverted and just share with everybody once they get comfortable with me, right? So then I merge them into ambivert, right? So I look for ways to merge the overlaps, essentially. So first of all, do a brain dump, brainstorm, okay? Vajra storm. Vajra brain. Diamond mind, right? Do a brain dump, and then after that, you blend all of those different identities, archetypes together. And once they're all one, you can move with purpose, right? With momentum, with energy. Then you're not like, oh, I have to put on my social media hat now to post. I'm just posting, baby. Let's go. You get it? You're not seeking validation anymore. It's like the validation is so internal and you're getting fed. So this is the real key here in relationships, right? Why get into a relationship? Because if you can just have everything yourself, right? Love. Well, I can still love myself. Well, why don't you share that love? Right? So that's one quality that I think we're all missing, is that idea of really loving, right? Loving from our hearts. Not loving from our personalities, okay, in our mind. Loving from our mind is like, let me create a marriage contract so that you can be in this legal documentation. Therefore, your love is actually, set up in a very specific way where you two are under the government's laws. And that's a mind love, okay, marriage. Really? Hieros gamos, the internal marriage of God and Goddess within, that's a more powerful marriage. Now, if you get married to somebody, I think you gotta be tapped into the source energy, my friends. If you're in a good, thriving marriage, you are noticing you're being charged by source and God as a man, and then your woman is noticing that you're charged by that source, and then she wants to be around it, and together you support each other, right? You go up the levels and you understand that this is what it is, right? Now, a lot of us, we can get super like nitpicky and very critical and like, dogmatic, things like this. That's the ego, right? Don't even worry about it, okay? I'm judging some of you too, but it's like, don't worry about it. That's my ego coming in, just being like, yeah, what is that guy saying? Why does he think that? What do you mean that? That's that voice. Just observe it and then forgive yourself. Watch it. I forgive you. I forgive you for thinking that thought. But now it's back to the track, back to the mission. Something Mathis said last night that I think is very valuable. He's one of our adepts for Primal Sutra. He said that you want to understand when you're walking somewhere or you're doing things, you have a mission. It's not a chore, right? And I used to call my chores missions too when I was much younger, right? Now I'm bringing it back. Because I honestly feel that if you walk with purpose somewhere, you're that much more attractive, right? Because you're on your own kind of frequency field, right? You're not tapped into the mundane Walmart staff or whatever, the way that they're behaving, right? You've seen some of these people, they're like cracked out or whatever. You know what I mean? They're not fully there. They're not present. They're kind of just like, in their own worlds, but so self-conscious, like all the energy is right here. It's not beaming out, right? Beam, okay? It's not beaming out. So once it starts to beam out and you start to share, the energy of sharing, the energy of generosity. I'm so generous with these videos, okay? It's like thousands of dollars of information that I'm sharing with you guys, right? Why? Why are you giving it all out for free? Maybe you can monetize it. No. I'm a part of nature, and I have an encyclopedia of information within my heart space, and I choose to reveal and do my part to give back to humanity. I am a savage shaman, a priest beast of a highest caliber, okay? And I'm not comparing myself to any other priest beasts out there. This is me versus me. And for you, I'm telling you, this is you versus you. Man, this chick thinks sleeping on the floor is weird. She doesn't get it, man. Okay? She doesn't get it. It's not in her reality. Maybe she grew up like a princess, sleeping on really fluffy pillows and beds, right? Or whatever. So to her, that's outside of her reality, but it doesn't matter. You still keep crushing it, right? I used to have girls over with my floor just like flat, I sleep on the floor every day. I've been doing it for years, okay? But it backs my reality. I'm a stoic warrior monk. You get that? Thank you. Appreciate it. It's like you really got to live your mythos, your storyline. A lot of you are writing the story and then giving up on writing the story a little bit later. Maybe you're erasing a few words, you're erasing the sentences, right? A lot of people like that. They say something, but they're not bold to follow through on it. We're looking for boldness in Juggernaut July. Boldness is gonna win. Boldness gets the day. Why do they say the nice guys finish last? Why is that? They're not bold. They can't kiss the girl, they can't make the move, they can't do that thing, right? They might do it and then, you know, she feels uncomfortable, and then having the detachment to actually back off and be like, all right, whatever, right? You weren't feeling it, I wasn't, hey, it's just a chemical thing, right? It's just chemistry thing happening between us. It's not a personal, like, it's a part of my story, why did she reject me? That now you're going up into the mind again, you see? And ruminating and telling yourself stories how you're the man because you got that. And listen, drop it down. Drop it back down into presence again. That's what you're here for, man. You as a man, if you are not present, she doesn't find you attractive. A lot of guys nowadays, they zone out as they're listening to women. Yeah, whatever, babe. I'll think about Monday, right? What? Listen to her. What do you mean? Okay? And also patience, which is a virtue, I understand, but it's also survival value. Because if you're patient, you're telling yourself, I'm worthy enough for that goal, so I will stick to it, right? And that's true determination, actually, if you think about it. But we look at, you know, we have this negative association with patience, compassion, and all these great things, right? And I think we just have to remove the negative. That's it. Any negative thought that hits your mind, you challenge it. Okay? Oh, really? Yeah, let me check your ID, bud. Okay? Can't get in without any ID. Right? This is my club. This is my nightclub, baby. Right? Who are you? You're not on the list. Okay? That's the energy. With your thoughts, I'm saying. Right? That's the metaphor. With your thoughts, you are the bouncer of your mind. You domesticate these people waiting outside. These thoughts. Okay? Back of the line, buddy. Right? Back of the line. That's the energy. That's Juggernaut July, okay? Your voice comes in and it tells you, but I don't think that's really possible, and... Possible for what? Oh, you're trying to get in here? You're trying to get in here? Where's your ID? Right? Who was there before you? Are you with friends? Right? Does this thought contain other thoughts with it? Are you with your friends? Do you have a group of people? Are they all positive like you? Or is there a negative friend there? Right? This is how you got to think, like a security guard, like a bouncer who's blocking the club entrance. And who hires you? Your higher self hires you. So what would my higher self do? What would Uncle Makara do? Umed, right? My name is Sumed. What would Uncle Makara do? I just say that to myself. And then I do it. It's beautiful. And it's more so, who do I need to be right now, right? Than what do I need to do? Who do I need to be right now to understand that my higher self hired me to take care of my security system and my mental universe? You get that? So super powerful concept. Protect your mind, okay? Not just with little amethyst crystals around you. Protect your mind actually. When the thought is coming in, you look at it from a distance, right? You can even imagine that the negative thought you're placing outside of you so you can see it slightly above eye level. Look at the thought. Look at it from different angles, right? Bring it closer, smell it. Look at the thought. Like, really be able to observe the thought. I know this is very abstract, right? Like, what are you doing, bro? It's like, oh, I'm looking at my thought. You know, like I get it, right? It's outlandish, but the outlandish things, the more bizarre techniques that I've tried and they've worked, I've doubled down on them. A lot of people think I'm very weird for grounding my feet in the grass every day, right? Who's this hippie walking on the grass every day, right? Why is he doing a candlelight meditation every day, right? You're going to get people judging you, but it says more about them than you. What does it matter, right? What does it even matter if it's for your own well-being and your character evolution, right? Eventually. I mean, really, we're trying to gain this self-transcendence, right? And not let our little egos get in the way and, like, be our chains, our own limits. That's why many people don't change. They're too attached to their identity, right? They're too attached to the ego. but I've always been a teacher. What do you mean I can't have that job, right? And it worries people. I get it. It's like death. It's the fear of death that is also the fear of transformation. Okay? Wow, I'm cooking, huh? Ah, shit, that shit was happening earlier. I was able to see the cat was saying after the meeting, like captions on a video. Damn. Yeah, there you go. Right? So even if you see an entity, you got to question it, right? Who are you? Where are you? Why are you here? Skr, skr. What's up, Claudia? Right? And so, Claudia, I was just explaining that you got to be like the bouncer of your mind, right? Like, do you have ID? Right? For the thoughts that come in, right? Are you with your friends? Back of the line, buddy, right? That's the energy of the thought. And once the negative thought comes, you challenge it. You don't accept it right away. Because if you accept it right away, it's going to affect your emotions, and those emotions are going to affect your behavior. A negative behavior leads to more negative thinking. So you're in a loop, right? Oh, you've been listening. Okay. Skr, skr. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so powerful, right? That was my sound, by the way, for Jubilant June. Was skr. was my joy sound. That's amazing. But yeah, oh, I learned so much. I gotta really re-listen to that Hanuman channeling. I remember a few parts. My brain usually blanks out a little bit when I'm channeling. So yeah, definitely gotta rewatch, re-listen, and on SXO says death is liberation. Okay. I don't know how effective that thought is though. What? Death is liberation. Okay. Death is transformation, you could say. Right? Because you're becoming from physical to non-physical. I mean, if you really are completely, alive right here, right now, you won't let any of these negative thoughts bring you down. You'll speak back to it. Like this morning, I was craving like a lot of different like junk food and snacks and stuff, and I just told my mind like, nope, not now. It's like almost like you're speaking to a dog, right? A puppy. Roll over, play dead. You got to be a little bit harsh with your mind, a little bit. Not too harsh. Now what happens is the hustle culture makes it too harsh, and then it becomes self-defeating, rather than what? Expansive of the self, inspiring, right? A little bit of that tough love is good. Too much of it, and it starts to bring you down, right? So there's always a little level, right? Something we have to maneuver within ourselves. How would different archetypes blend when it comes to work? Okay. So could you give me an example, Prosper? Like, what do you mean? Like, you mean, at your work, you have different archetypes showing up? Like, could you give me 2 examples, like, of 2 archetypes? Work archetype would be, let's say you're a librarian or whatever, right? And you have the librarian archetype, but then you also have another archetype that's there with you from your previous work, right? You need to merge them. You need to integrate them together, right? Blending. But yeah, if you can give me an example of what work archetype you're tapping into. So is it the entrepreneur? Is it the, the salesperson? Is it what archetype is associated with your workplace, right? Are you an accountant? Okay. What if you make music, right? A lot of musical archetypes are out there. Okay. But ultimately, I mean, the decision comes down to you, right? You are the choice point. You are the shaman of your own life. So ultimately, what I do is I use this very powerful technique. I learned this from my mentor a very long time ago, man. And it was so powerful, right? So let's say I'm getting split mind on some subject, some topic. I would ask 2 of my spirit guides who have the similar frequency, okay, in my mind. One has a very let's say it's the frequency of like joy. Both of them have the frequency of joy, but they're different. They're unique creatures, right? They're unique people. They're unique avatars, okay? So I asked the question, should I eat this orange? One says, yeah, you know what? You gotta peel the orange. You gotta go internal. You gotta make sure that that orange is completely peeled and eat every single slice of that orange, right? That's what one would say. Maybe another one would say something like, what orange? That orange does not exist, my friend, right? It's the same vibe, but different. One is going into it, one is like, what do you mean, right? So two vibes, and now the third vibe comes in where you are like in the auditorium speaking to both of them and incorporating both their ideas together and pulling out the parts that really you want to absorb and discarding the rest, right? That's the Bruce Lee mentality. Absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, add what is uniquely your own. My ideas start to come up and then go all over the place, thinking from different angles, then poof, idea gone. It sounds to me like your brain is too scrambled, brother. You need to do some energy work or dancing with energy or brain gym or something like this. Try this the next time you're at workplace. Just do this, okay? Just tap into the brain synchronization stuff. Do Wayne Cook posture. You could look up Wayne Cook posture, okay, where you put your feet up like this and you pull your feet up on both sides. That's a good one. You can try to do cross crawl, right? The ab workout, where you just go this with the opposite knee, right? This with the opposite knee, like that, right? Yeah, also what Mathis is saying, bioelectricity and hemisync, right? Hemisphere synchronization, whichever way you do that, is gonna bring you back, feeling present, calm, you know? Like Da Vinci, you're gonna feel like a genius once both of your brain hemispheres are like working together. And they're like best friends now, you know? Like, when my brain is being too logical, maybe I need the emotional side to come in and be like, hey, it's okay, man. You got this, you know? You're over-intellectualizing it. Just enjoy it, right? We need that. We need that little balance or that talk, you know? But with your ideas, I would say definitely, like, when an idea is coming, you go, either you go, come back to me later. You can also say that to an idea, and it will come back later, right? Come back to me when I'm more receptive to this idea. Try that next time as well. Okay. Imagine the thought is almost like the idea coming in, right? It's like that effect, right? So let me just see here. Anchor it. Yeah. Anchor it. You can anchor it, create an NLP anchor. Very easy to do that, okay? Just look it up. And bioelectricity, what is that, Mathis? Could you explain to this particular individual? These hemisync binaural beats. Okay, whatever. Let me see, any other? The invasion came before I came in. Yeah, bro. It's because, you know why, bro? These get more views. I figured it out. These reels, these videos get more views because a lot of people are on their phones. You get it? It makes sense to me that some people don't watch it sideways or on the laptop. You get it? So this is working well. I get it now. I figured out the algorithm. Okay? There's something about this. Okay? This live video style of it that's bringing in more views, more subscribers, and so forth. So it's powerful. Okay? Yeah, don't read his name, man. That's it. Naga, please. Right? All right. So, thank you guys so much for tapping in. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Okay, wherever it is you're tuning in from. Tap into the tribe. You see, we have a lot of fun here, right? Talk about random topics. And we're all tapped in. You know, we're on our own spiritual path and journey, and we just want to share it with each other, right? Now, if you're highly Buddhist and you want to do it that way, that's fine. If you're highly Christian, you want to do it your way, that's fine too. We can help you regardless, okay? But the energy healing stuff, to remove the gunk, release the stuff that isn't serving you, that stuff is going to be very, very powerful, okay? So, I encourage you to invest in the ADEPS program, okay? If you're not making enough money, manifest it, bro. Show me you can, okay? Let's get it. Upward spiral, gang. May we never be the same again. Peace. Much love.